Hello everyone. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at tripletaneous equations or simultaneous equations with three variables. So you've come across simultaneous equations before in junior cert where you're solving two equations with two variables, maybe x or y. In this case, in leaving cert in higher level, you're going to be asked to solve a simultaneous equation with three variables. So it will look something like this. Solve the system of simultaneous equations. X plus y plus z is equal to 6, 2x plus y minus z is equal to 1, blah, 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 blah. And you're asked to solve for x, y, and z. So it's actually very similar to solving simultaneous equations. It is just kind of one extra step really involves. So the first step is we have to pick a pair of the equations, so maybe like a or b, for example, and we need to cancel out one of my variables. So it cancels out one of my variables. And then my second step is I pick another pair and I cancel out the same variable. And then with them two equations I've just made, you solve them simultaneously, then you get the two answers, sub it back into the original answer, so original equation, solve for z or the other variable, and bada boom, bada bing, we're done, right? So let's try it out here. So step one, I need to take my first two equations here. I'm going to cancel out z. I'm going to cancel out z because I have a plus z and a minus z, and that works out perfectly. So I'm going to add them two together. So I'm going to add equation A and equation B together. So x plus 2x is 3x, y plus y is 2y, z minus z is 0, 6 plus 1 is 7. Perfect. So I'm going to call this equation D. Now let's move on to the next one. I'm going to now look at B and C. So again, I have to cancel out z now because I cancelled out in my first one. So I have a minus z and a 2z. So I'm going to need to multiply my second equation by 2. So I get the minus 2z here because it needs to be the same sign, same coefficient, different sign. So I have 2 times 2x, which is 4x. 2 times y is plus 2y. 2 times minus z is minus 2z. 2 times 1 is 2. And then I have underneath it now 4x minus 3y plus 2z is equal to 4. Add them up. 4x is 8x. 2y minus 3y is minus y. 2z minus 2z plus 2z is 0. 2 plus 4 is 6. So I have 8x minus y is equal to 6. And that is going to be my second equation. And I'm going to call that equation E. Now I just solve D and E. I just solve them. So 3x plus 2y equals 7. 8x minus y is equal to 6. So I want to cancel out y in this case because I already have my plus and minus here. So now I'm solving a regular old simultaneous equation. So I'm going to multiply the bottom line by 2. So I have 3x plus 2y is equal to 7. 16x minus 2y is equal to 12. 3x plus 16x is 19x. This goes to 0. 7 plus 12 is 19. 19x equals 19. X is equal to 1. Gorge. So x is equal to 1. Now I'm going to sub x into one of these two equations. I'm going to sub it into D. So this is D, that's E. I'm going to sub it into D. So I have 3 times 1 plus 2y is equal to 7. 3 plus 2y equals 7. 2y is equal to 4. Y is equal to 2. Right? And then finally, I now have x and I now have y. So I'm going to sub x and y into one of my original equations. I'm going to sub it into my first equation, A. Right? So I'm just going to sub it in. I'm going to have x plus y plus z equals 6. Is that what the question is? X plus y plus z is equal to 6. So 1 plus 2 plus z equals 6. So z here is going to be equal to 3 when I solve it out. And that's how we solve a tripletaneous equation. We check our answers by subbing them back in like we usually would. So if I sub in x is 1, y is 2, and z is 3 into all of these equations, they should all work out perfectly fine. So let's look at some exam papers Now, oopsies, there's some work left over. Pretend you didn't see that. Ding, 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 ding. Right. So, we are going to look at the 2018 paper. Paper 1, question 1. So, this question is worth 15 marks. So, the breakdown for this was 0, 5, 7, 11, 15. So, this is worth 15 marks, right? 15 marks is roughly equal to 2.5% of your entire leaving cert. So if you do this question, that's like 2.5%. So like that's basically a pass, okay? So let's try and get this question nailed. So I'm going to look at my equations here. I'm just going to label them A, B, C. So let's looky here. What one do I want to cancel out of all of them? Now, I'm just noticing something here. See in this bottom one here? I have no y's. Sorry, I could be sneaky. I could pick that pair of equations, cancel out y, and then I'll be left with two equations with x and z. So let's try that. I'm going to cancel out y now in my equations a and b. So I'm going to multiply the top here by -2 and the bottom by 3. So I'm going to have minus 4x minus 6y plus 2z equals 8. Then at the bottom I'm going to have 9x plus 6y plus 6z is equal to 3 times, oh god, what's 3 times 14? 3 times 4, 10. 42. Add them up, I'm going to have 5x plus 8z is equal to 50. So that is one of my equations here. Now, if you look here, so I have equation x and z. I have another equation of x and z here, so I can solve these simultaneously now. Right? So I'm going to solve D and C. So I have 5x plus 8z equals 50. And I'm going to have x minus 3z equals minus 13. I'm just being stupid. Right. So I'm going to cancel out. Probably better off getting rid of the x's. So I'm going to multiply out by -5. I'm going to get rid of my x's at the bottom. So 5x plus 8z equals 50. Minus 5x. That's going to go to plus 15z. Minus 13 times minus 5. 65. Add all up. 5x minus 5x is 0. 8z plus 15z is 23z. And then and then 65 plus 50 is 115 divided by 23. There you go. Oh, there you go. Okay, that actually works out. Sorry if I was wrong for a second. I was like, oh god, 115 is not divisible by 23, but it actually is. So divide both sides by 23. And I'm going to get z is equal to 5. Gorge. Now that I have z is equal to 5, I'm going to sub that into c to find x. So I have x minus 3 times 5 equals minus 13. I'm going to have x minus 15 equals minus 13. I'm going to have x is equal to 2. And now that I have x and I have z, I can sub x and z into one of my original equations, and I'm going to choose a to get what y is. So a is, let me zoom out for a second. So 2 times x, so 2 times 2, plus 3y minus 5 equals minus 4. 4 plus 3y minus 5 equals minus 4. So let me zoom in here. So I have 3y minus 1 is equal to minus 5. Let's see if I'm right here. Oh, sorry, minus 4. This is minus 4 on the right hand side. minus 4. We're going to have 3y is equal to minus 3. Y is equal to minus 1. And there you go. I've solved for x, y, and z. So let's go now to this question. So this is from the 2022 paper. So this is just from the paper just gone, okay? So this is from the paper just gone, and this question was worth bing 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 bim bada bim. Again, 15 marks. Is worth 15 marks. 0 4 oops. 0 4 8 12 15. So nasty, nasty, nasty. So I'm going to look at this one now. So I want to solve I want to get rid of A, B, and C. So they've been nice here. So look at this. I'll have 3C. So it wants to cancel out C. Like, where are we going? Like, who's finding the lowest common multiple of like 15, 9 and 3? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no. No, we're going to cancel out the C's. So, my first pair of equations here. So that's A, that's B. So, I just need to take these away. Really? A minus B. So you take them away. 4A minus 28A is minus 24A. 3B minus 9 is minus 6B. 3C minus C is 0. And then 807 minus 879 is equal to minus 72. So there's my first equation there, right? Or I could write that as 24A plus 6. It's going to have to write my 6's and B's better. 6B? Okay. Minus 7, plus 72. Right. Second lot here. I'm going to look at B and C. Again, I just need to take these away. So, I want to cancel out my C's. So, I'm going to do B minus C. So, as in my equation C. So, 28 minus 76. That'll be minus 48x. 9 minus 15 is minus 6b. And then that's going to go to 0. And then you have 879 minus 663 is 216. And there's my second equation there. Now I'm going to solve this simultaneously. So I'm going to take this one here. 24a plus 6b equals 72. Minus 48x. So I just say x, I went A here. You know what? You all know what I meant. You all know what I meant. A minus 6b is equal to 216. So, gorge, you already have it all nice and laid up for us. I can cancel out the b's. So I'm going to add these together. So I'm going to get minus 24a is equal to, really hope I'm right here. Right, 72 plus 2 by 16. So that's going to equal 288. So A is going to equal to minus 12. Now that I have what A is, I'm just going to sub in here. So I'm going to have 24 times minus 12 plus 6B equals 72. So 24 times minus 12 is minus 288 plus 6b equals 72. So I'm going to have 6b equals 360. B is going to equal 60. So b is equal to 60. And then finally, I have my A. I have my B. I want to now sub in to find my C. So I'm going to sub A. So I'm going to sub A and B into equation A. Seems easy. So 4 times minus 12 plus 3 times 60 plus 3c is equal to 807 minus 48 plus 180 plus 3c equals 807. So I have 132 plus 3c equals 807. I'm going to have 3c is equal to minus 675. And then, did I say minus 675? Sorry, my apologies. Plus 675. And then c is going to be equal to 225 when I divide both sides by 3. And that is my answer there. Right, gorge. So there are 2 exam paper questions there. Next, we're going to look at some questions involving word problems. So look at this word problem here. I'm going to look at forming of the equations now. So a cafe sells a small coffee for €3, a medium coffee for €4, and a large coffee for €5. One morning, they sell 30 coffees, earning a total of €110. If they sold 4 more medium coffees and then small coffees, how many of each coffee did they sell? So I need to dissect some information. Though this rarely comes up. I couldn't find any exam papers like this. So don't be stressing too much if you don't get the word problems. But let's look at the 3 equations I was able to solve. So they sold 30 coffees. So now the number of the small plus the number of the medium plus the number of the large is equal to 30. Gorge. I know they sold the small for €3, the medium for 4, the large for 5, and they made €110. That's where that's coming from. And we know they sold 4 more medium coffees and small coffees. So y is equal to x plus 4. So I have my system of equations there, and I just go about solving it like normal. So let's have a look at this question here and try and do this for ourselves. The community college theatre department sold 3 kinds of tickets. So I'm probably looking for prices of tickets to its last play production. The adult tickets sold for 15. Okay, so x is going to be equal to number of adult tickets. I'm going to guess y. The student ticket for 10, so y is going to be equal to number of student ticket. And child tickets, z is going to be equal to the number of child's tickets. And the theatre department is thrilled to announce they sold 250 tickets. So there were X amount of adult tickets, Y amount of student tickets, and Z amount of child tickets, and in total there was 250. So there's the first equation there. And let's keep going. And brought in $2,825 in one night. So adult tickets were €15. So my revenue is €15 times the number of adult tickets, plus €10 times the number of student tickets, plus €8 times the number of child tickets, and they brought in $2,825. And then finally, the number of student tickets sold. So student tickets sold is twice the number of adult tickets sold. So y is going to equal 2x. How many of each type did the department sell? So there's my 3 equations there. So let's look at which one I want to cancel out. So again, if you look at my last equation here, I don't have z. So I'd be stupid not to eliminate z in my first set of equations. So equation 1 and 2 here, I'm going to eliminate z. So I'm going to multiply the top row by minus 8. So I'm going to have here, let me just kind of move this down for myself. Right. So I'm going to have here minus 8. So I have minus 8x minus 8y minus 8z is equal to 250 times minus 8. 250 times minus 8 minus 2,000. 15x plus 10y plus 8z equals 2,825. Add them up. I'm going to have 7x plus 2y plus 0 is equal to 825. 7x plus 2y equals 825. And there is my kind of first equation here. And then look, this is my second equation here. Right, there's my second equation up there. Y is equal to 2x. So I have two equations in terms of y and x. So if you notice here, I have y in terms of x on its own. So I can actually solve this simultaneous equation by substitution. So y is equal to 2x. So I can sub in 2x for wherever I have y here. So 7x plus 2 times 2x equals 825. I'm going to have 7x plus 4x equals 825. 11x equals 825. X is going to equal to 825 divided by 11. 75. Phew, that worked out nicely. So they sold 75 adult tickets. Right? And then I know y is equal to 2x. So therefore, y is equal to 2 times 75, which is equal to 150. So y is equal to 150. So 150 student tickets were sold. Now I just need to sub these two in. So I'm going to sub x and y into equation 1, I think. So x, so 75 plus y, 150, plus z is equal to 250. So 225 plus z equals 250. Z is going to equal 25. So there was 25 child tickets that were on sale. So that was bought. So that makes sense. That makes sense for Dinner Fantasy, because obviously the students are probably getting a good deal. They're getting it for a tenner, so they're probably all out in the droves to the theatre, right? And then like who wants to? And then like this little child ticket sold, and like that makes sense because who wants to bring a child to the theatre? You know what I mean? And then 75 adult tickets were sold. So the number of adults was 75. So adults equals 75. Student equals 10. And children or child tickets was student was 150 and child tickets were 25, right? And that's our thing there, right? Okay, I hope this video was some help to us, and catch you guys later. Bye.